Welcome back to Alpine Valley. This time it is midsummer and I'm here for the biggest mountain bike race I know of in the Midwest, the WORS Cup. I am signed up for the dual slalom and enduro, neither of which I have done before. The weekend started off with dual slalom practice and qualifying. The start of the track dropped into 2 low berms. Staying in the sweet spot here proved to be a challenge. They set you up with too much speed going into a small tabletop where you could slow down and stay low or jump to flat. Then there was a quick roller before another mellow berm followed by 2 flat corners. They were tight enough to really slow the track down. From there it was a sprint over a single with a slight turn after and to the finish. Short and sweet. Got 2 practice runs in and it's pretty fun. Starts out fast, gets a little tight, and then opens up again. So learning each time and hope to find some speed since I'm not really a racer.
Whoa, look at that.
Go Dan!
Just finished up qualification runs, and the first one I felt pretty good until the very end. The last jump I thought we went left for the last gate. It was actually right, so I kind of had to correct that at the last second and lost just a little bit of time there. Then the second run felt all right in the beginning. Of course, was deteriorating a little bit already in the berms, and in the middle, the flat corner, I put my foot down and felt like I lost some time, so I had to make up for it and ended up just bunny hopping over the single and thought that would save some time. So I think I ended up qualifying pretty well, but I think I might have to try that bunny hop technique on the tabletop tomorrow as well and see if I can shave some more time off. We made it just in time to watch my niece Jade compete in the kids race. It was short and muddy, but a good turnout of kids gives hope for some strong pedalers in the future. Nice race, Jade. Good passes. How was your race?
Good.
Was it fun? All right, good job. Next up on the schedule was cross-country racing. Having done some races in the past, I know how hard it is, so watching the top riders push the whole race was impressive. Considering how much it rained, the trail was actually shaping up and looking pretty good for the most part, besides some very muddy spots, of course. The dual slalom didn't start until 6 on Saturday, so it had a lot of time to dry out. It looked to be in great shape, besides the first corner being a bit more greasy. Luckily, we had a little more practice before the finals began to really feel out the course.
Push it, Pierce!
Good run there. Heavy word for a bit. Just finished up the dual slalom and it was a lot of fun. It actually rained a bunch this morning, so the track was a little more slippery. That made the middle section really tough to judge how much you could push it. And the whole course was pretty mellow, but kind of technical too, so you really had to hit your line just right and couldn't push it anywhere, which I think helped me a bit. And then I found a couple lines over the jumps to manual before the tabletop and stay really low. I think that really helped, and that allowed me to take it a little easy in the corners and not push too much. And I just ended up bunny hopping over the last single, and it was enough for the win, but definitely a lot more fun with guys that are very close in speed. It was fun going back and forth, keeping it close and seeing what made a difference. On some of them we stayed real close in the beginning. It's like, okay, I got to do something to make up for it, and yeah, I just had a blast. The bike worked really well. Fat tires definitely hooked up in the corners, and being a hardtail I could really time the bunny hops manual, so had a blast and looking forward to the Enduro tomorrow. Day number 3 out here at AV. It's Enduro day and just doing some course inspection now. Rode up to the top and checking out the down. Woo! Practice was pretty fun this morning. Got a couple runs in on each run, and it's a little bit muddy, a little slick in spots. Hard to judge how hard you can push the corners, and quite a bit of pedaling, so I'm not sure I'll be able to sprint to the bottom as much as I want to, so I might have to hold back a little bit and try to be conservative of my energy. And yeah, it should be fun. Don't expect too much, just try to make it to the bottom without crashing, hopefully. Oh, yikes. Yeah, and it bounced for a while. Just finished up racing here at Alpine, and it was really fun, but I did make some costly mistakes early on run number 1. Just washed the front end in the grass and took a crash, and then when I got up I noticed some water leaking onto my side, and I started to think if my phone was in there and if it was going to get wet and ruined since it doesn't have a waterproof case. So it was hard to put out of my head, and I considered stopping even, but I decided to just keep pushing through and had a good middle section, and then towards the end just didn't have much for the last sprint. It was flat sprint to the finish, and I was pretty spent by that point, so didn't have a great first run. Ended up 6th in that one. Tried to make up for it in the second run and had a much better run. Took it really easy in the grass. We had hit the same corners again, and it was just really hard for me to decide how much to push it or how slow to go. Felt like I was going really slow, but at least I didn't crash in that one, and then had a really good wood section. Had a lot of fun in that, and overall just a great time, and glad I did it. I learned quite a bit. Racing is really tough and a lot different than what I'm used to doing, but hope to do some more, and came away with some cash, so didn't even lose any money this weekend. Good times.
Smage. No, it's what it's all it is. Like,
at the 2019 WORS Cup KMC Enduro Challenge.